Alrighty then, welcome back everybody. So, I have been working on getting better, so working on it. Honestly, it's not yet fully workable, but I have been working on it with a work in progress on that part. And yeah, I feel a lot better than yesterday and the day before that because I don't have a fucking bleeding nose and no longer that lightheaded in my head. Which kind of is important to do when you want to try to draw, actually. It took me almost a whole week to get back into the fucking full recovery, but then again, you know, it happens. So yeah. No further ado, let's get started and hopefully get to where I want to be with this. So as you can see, this is the bit, and that's the bit I left behind. So I need to get this thing properly mapped out, and then we can actually move to the next bit, which is going to be adding their stuff there. So let me just grab everything that I need. So right here. So let me just grab that group, make that into 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now the question is, do I want to draw over this by one side? I probably will, so I need to go here. And right now I actually want to add in another group again. So we can add another group and we're going to be making this happening. I think that is not in this side, right? No, it's not. Because the line work is there, yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to be aiming to do here today, what I'm going to be doing today is going to make those bushes right here. And hopefully get towards where I want to be with this. I could also go for the bench first, but let's just do what I want to do first. Because I want to make sure that I have those tree trunks in there, and then I can actually start up coloring up with the grass. So back again, making sure that that's 5, and we're going to be making sure that we have this, like, you know, this nice bush kind of feeling towards this. And you can see that that actually would definitely work. You know, that definitely would work. So good to know. Now I need to make sure that I do this properly, so let me just grab that back. Make sure that this one is small, so like that, so we can actually start with this. There we go. So now we have one of those things done. Now I need to make sure that this is actually quite nice to look at. So let me see if I can get that right. Close. Close, but not yet fully there. Honestly, it's one of those things that I always want to do, but now the question is, like, do I want to keep it like that and then make sure that I have multiple of these? The first thing I need to do is definitely making sure that I have these things done, and then I can actually add in stuff here and there. So I'm going to be just drawing these separately and then move them backwards whenever I feel like it. Because by doing that, I actually can add some more stuff to it later online. So let me see. I need to make sure that I have this visible, so I need to make sure that I have a line drawn in. So let's do that first. Which means that we need to grab this bit and draw over here a nice little line, a cubic line actually. Nothing too fancy, but then again, it needs to be done. And then man, drawing perspectives is quite a hassle sometimes. Alright. So now we have the cube, I believe, right? Because now we can actually add in the cube what we want. And we can actually make sure that this cube, wouldn't call it a cube, but still again. And it needs to have a nice little hook. There you go. Alright, so now we have actually what I want, right? Because I don't need this to be lower or tinier. It's not a perfect loop though. It's not a perfect one. Definitely not. Alright, now we can actually move on with the rest. So with that said, I need to get this one right here. So if I do that, I need to make sure that this bit is then correct. So let's me just see how this works. Something like that? Yes. Something like that. Means that I need to draw this bit a little bit more precise. Like that, yes. Alright, let's just do this. Alright. There we go. Now we have that bush done. Now we're going to leave that one behind, and we're going to be continuing with the next one. No, I need to make sure that I have this one first. So, again, making sure that I have this one, like that. Alright, then let's use the next one, which is then over here. So I need to make sure that this one is then stacked as well. And then we're going to go here. Just like that. Yeah, close. Not too blocky, but alright, now we have done that. Does that mean that I now have actually a working bush pot? I do. Alright, cool. Now we're done that, I need to make sure that I have that line work gone. And that is not in here, not in there, not in there. Where is it? There, it's gone. Okay, so I need to make sure that I have everything here. Maybe switch this bit up. Which is not here, not there. This one, right? Yeah, that one. So that one needs to be a little bit more on the edge. Alright, now we have done that. We can actually get this bit a little bit more hooked, that bit a little more hooked, and a little bit more hooked. Or do I want to keep it hooked? Alright, now we have done that. Now we need to get ourselves some... Ooh, boy. No. Just one more, and then we're going to be adding now in the color. First we're going to add in the base, and then we're going to add the rest in that. Ooh, that's not how it works. Alright, now we're gonna see if this actually works properly. Most likely the answer is yes. And then the only thing we need to do is actually add grass to it, and then it should be fine. There we go. And with that said, I actually can get to where the end of it, right? I probably can. Alright, cool. So, now I need to just make sure that I have all of this, and then I can actually move to the next bit. Ugh. My nose is still drippy though. It is quite annoying. But I should be able to pull this off. Or at least, you know, get some stuff done. Getting it a little bit done would actually be nice. I was maybe planning to do this even more tomorrow, but depending on how I feel, I hope I recover quite quickly. Then things should be fine. After all, there's no need to rush this. That would be the most annoying thing you could ever go for. Alright, so now we have this grass. Well, at least the first bit of it. And then we need to add in a lighter color and a darker color. First things first, making sure that I have everything here. No, I see. Remove that, go back, making sure that this is all there. I could make this more aggressive. I should. So let's do that. There you go. Now with that said, I should be able to get towards the next bit of it all. So let's add in first some lighter color as well, and then we're gonna add in the detail work here. That's too bright. That will work. And as you can see, yes, this means that these drawings are not that great, or looking not nice, but that will change shortly. Knew it. Knew that there was one thing odd. Oh well. This is why I always make sure that I have the plan correctly. Alright. Now we have the first bit done. As you can see, that is definitely a thing that I can go for. Good. Now we need to make sure that we have that blur tool, which is this one, right? It's the thick one, right? No, it's not the thick one. Is it the small one? Yes, the small one. Alright. So I need to make sure that this is like around 60, I believe. Alright. So now we have done that part. Do we want to then add some more effects in the midsection? Most likely yes. And now we need to get that nice look, and then that should then give us the ideal circumstance, right? Well, we're just gonna make sure that it is. And no. Alright. And now it's time to use the erase button here. It's gonna be taking a while, but I'll get to where I want to be with this. So now we actually have the big giant bushes done. Then we can add the grass in there and some rocks in there, so we can actually add in the nice environment later down the line. Fucking hell. My head is not happy about this all. But then again, I was not expecting to be, having a nice day. Especially if I still am sick, but oh well. And now we made them into the artwork that we want. Ta-da! Now that we've done that, we can now actually add something new to it as well. So let's do that. Let's add a new group there. And let's add some berries there, just some simple berries. Should not be taking too long here. Mainly because I want to add some berries here to give a little bit of variety here and there. Like that. I think this is how berries are drawn. It's not like I'm great at it, but then again. Oh god. No. Alright, let's see. If I want to add something here, can I do that? I can make them cute. I can make them very cute. But it will definitely not save the thing. So could I do this? Or do you think that that would actually cause more trouble? Well, yes, I could definitely do that, but I need to make sure that this bit is then correctly done. Yes, let's do this. That is actually quite cute and I like it, so I will keep it. Even if it doesn't fit the style. It does fit the style, it's just that it's terrible. I'll explain these bushes later down the line, fuck it. There is already magic in the world, why not add more magic to the world? A little bit. Cute little adorable fucking things. Alright, so these things need to be underneath the red part, right? Yeah, like that. Alright, then we're gonna go for pure red first. Too light. And then I can add an illusion that it is actually not a that it's actually a berry tree. So let's do that. So if I now add in an illusion that it is a berry tree, how about that part? So if I do it like that, that should give me what I need, right? The answer is most likely yes, but it's always up to debate. It's always up to debate to see if it actually works properly. It's always an experiment rather than just, you know, doing it instantly correct. So do I want this? Because now I actually have, you know, a tree that actually works. Fuck. Alright. If I want to do that, I clearly need to fix this bit. Alright, disconnect, deselect. Alright, so now I have this, which technically would make things more better. Because then I can actually add also here another one. So it's an illusion of making, it's an illusion of things to come. Yeah, let's give them an illusion. Let's give it the illusion of that it is technically, you know, the same thing. Let's make it the illusion of that it is actually just a bush. Why not? Or let's give the bush a little bit of character. At least. After all, it's important to do that, so why not? Now the question is, do I am able to get towards the next bit of the step, which is then adding more layers to the cute ass thing, or do I not want to do that? That's the question. So do I want to now add more of this to it? Because if I do that, if I add now here one, and here one, here one, and here one, here one, here one, here one, and here one. Yes and no. I need to make sure that these things are here. And this one needs to be also correctly clustered. So over here is one. Over here is one. Alright. Yes. Alright, so now it does give the feeling that it is just bushes instead of cute little things that are hiding as bushes, but then again, I want to still keep that idea rolling, so need to do that. Alright. Alright. There we go, and let's add in the last bit of things that I need to add here. And now we're going to add in the light. Nice. Now we actually have some proper fucking bushes. Alright, now that the bushes are done, I will call it a quits here. Mainly because I'm absolutely still out of breath, which kind of sucks, but yeah. I think next week things will get a lot more better. I will get this whole damn thing finished. But now I need to still... yeah. I knew that one would be coming. So yeah, I will leave it here for now, and I hope you've enjoyed me drawing a goddamn bush, because it's a bush with berries this time. And yeah, I actually am honestly happy with the result. It is a very silly thing to do, drawing bushes, but yeah. What is gonna happen next time, it's gonna be the grass that's gonna be drawn underneath with rocks together, so that I can actually have, no need to make more proportions, technically. And then we are gonna put those rocks, we're gonna connect those rocks to the other side, towards the pond, and then we actually have that connection point, and then we actually have the full puzzle laying out in front of us, which then only needs a bench, and then from the bench on, we will be able to push towards the background, and then it's done, almost, I think. So yeah, I hope you'll be there for now, and thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. I hope I will be them a lot more better than now, and yeah, bye!